the protector of the realm. Once upon a time, in a small village nestled in the depths of a dense forest, there lived a young boy named Jack. He was an orphan, and had lived alone in the forest for as long as he could remember. He spent his days exploring the forest and learning its secrets, and at night, he would return to the small cabin that he called home. One day, as Jack was out exploring, he came across a beautiful, enchanted lake. He had never seen anything like it before, and was immediately drawn to it. As he walked along the shore, he came across a small island in the middle of the lake. Without hesitation, he swam out to the island and discovered an ancient, ivy-covered stone temple. As Jack entered the temple, he was amazed at the intricate carvings and statues that adorned its walls. As he explored further, he came across a small room that contained a mysterious, glowing orb. Without hesitation, Jack picked up the orb and held it in his hands. As soon as he touched the orb, he was enveloped in a bright light, and felt a strange energy coursing through his body. When the light dissipated, Jack found that he had been transformed. He could now communicate with the animals of the forest, and had the ability to control the elements. With his new powers, Jack set out to explore the forest and discover its secrets. He met many strange and wonderful creatures, and made many friends along the way. He also used his powers to protect the forest and its inhabitants from harm. As he grew older, Jack realized that he had a greater purpose. He was destined to protect the forest and its inhabitants from an ancient evil that threatened to destroy it. With the help of his friends and his powers, Jack set out to defeat this evil and restore peace to the forest. The journey was long and difficult, but Jack never gave up. He battled fierce monsters and outwitted powerful sorcerers, and in the end, he emerged victorious. The forest was saved, and peace was restored. With his mission complete, Jack returned to the enchanted lake and the temple. He placed the orb back in its place and left the temple. As he swam back to the shore, he knew that he would always be the protector of the forest and its inhabitants. From that day on, Jack was known as the guardian of the forest, and his legend lived on for generations to come. He had fulfilled his destiny, but his journey was far from over. He discovered that the ancient evil that he defeated was only a small part of a much larger and more powerful force that threatened to destroy not only the forest but the entire world. He knew he had to prepare himself for the next battle and gather allies to help him in this fight. He trained harder and harder each day, honing his powers and learning new abilities. He also reached out to other guardians of different lands, seeking for their help. He knew this would be a long and difficult journey, but he was determined to protect the world from this evil. As he set out on this new quest, he was ready for whatever challenges lay ahead. He was determined to save the world, no matter the cost. He traveled to distant lands, facing many dangers and making new friends along the way. He encountered powerful wizards, brave warriors, and fierce monsters. But he knew that with his powers, his determination, and the help of his allies, he would be able to defeat the evil that threatened the world and bring peace to all. As Jack's journey continued, he encountered many obstacles and challenges. He had to overcome treacherous terrain, fierce storms, and battled many powerful enemies. But with his powers and the help of his allies, he was able to overcome all of these challenges. Finally, After many months of traveling and battling, Jack and his allies reached the stronghold of the ancient evil. It was a towering fortress made of dark stone, surrounded by a moat of fire and guarded by an army of fierce creatures. Jack knew that this would be the final battle and the fate of the world would be decided here. He rallied his allies and together, they launched a fierce assault on the fortress. The battle was long and brutal, with both sides suffering heavy casualties. But in the end, Jack and his allies emerged victorious. With the ancient evil defeated, peace was restored to the world. The forest was saved and the creatures of the forest were safe once again. Jack returned to his home in the forest, but now as a hero. He was hailed as the savior of the world and his legend lived on for generations to come. Jack settled down in his cabin and lived a peaceful life, but he knew that he would always be ready to defend the world from any danger that may arise. He passed on his knowledge and powers to a new generation of guardians, so that they may continue to protect the world from harm. And so, Jack's journey came to an end, but his legacy lived on. He will always be remembered as the guardian of the forest, the savior of the world and a true hero.